What's up, everybody? Man, I'm so excited to get back to some NBA, man. I miss all you guys. I miss Jordan. I miss Junior. Miss all you fans out there, man. All the guys in the chat. We miss you guys, man. Jim with J Money. Welcome to another episode, Jim with J Money, man. It's SBR sportsbookreview.com. And make sure you get over there to check out the links we got over there. Check out the odds, compare sports books. So, you know what I'm saying? We got a lot of stuff going over there. Make sure you get to sportsbook.com. Today, we're going to be talking about, we're getting back into the thick of things, man. Getting back into the NBA restart. They in the bubble over there, Junior and Jordan in Orlando. So, we're going to talk about some guys sitting out. Obviously, we got this COVID-19 pandemic. So, we're trying to get back to the restart. But obviously, we got some players that sit out. So, we're going to talk about the players that are sitting out. We're going to talk about who might take the championship. It might have an asterisk by, but still, they got to crown a champion this year, man. So, what's up, guys? What's up, y'all? Good? What's up, Jordan? Everything good with you? What's up, man? I hadn't seen you guys since what? Mid March.
Yeah, it's been a long 4 months without basketball, to say the least. But it looks like that's going to be remedied pretty soon. So it's pretty exciting to see y'all back. It's great to see y'all. Hope y'all are happy and healthy. The same to your families and everything, and everybody out there listening. Just been trying to do the same around here, and over the last month or so, been really trying to gear back up here after they announced these restarts for basketball. So pretty excited about that. Excited to see what you guys have to think about this season and how we're going to make a little money off of it.
Right, definitely got to do that, Jordan. You already know we about that. What's up, Junior? I know you about making some money too, man. Everything good with you? How you been?
Yeah, man, I've been good, bro. I like where Jordan's head at talking about making money. That's where we all need to be right now.
Hmm.
I put on a couple of COVID pounds, so I'm
Yep.
trying to make my pockets as fat as my belly right now. You know what I'm saying?
Right, exactly, man. Y'all make sure y'all get over there to Twitter too, man. Give us a follow on Twitter too, man. We posting all type of stuff NBA wise. I know you know what I'm saying. We probably hadn't been there lately, but we're gonna get back into the thick of things. I know Junior been posting some articles on the website, Jordan as well. So make sure y'all get over there to the site, man. But I want to talk about. I'm with you guys, man. I'm trying to get back to some money, man. But I can't say it. And I've been talking a lot about this lately the past few days. I'm gonna take it a little slow. We don't know how players been, we just like you say, been getting some bellies. I've been seeing players drinking beers, doing shotgun challenges and stuff. I'm like, man, y'all supposed to be out there practicing this stuff, man, and y'all out here drinking beers. I mean, I know y'all icing up, but come on, man. But you are seeing some players out there playing volleyball, playing going golfing and stuff, practicing a lot. So it's gonna be interesting to see if standpoint, obviously from a fan standpoint, I mean, I was watching some baseball games, man. I don't even watch baseball, so I'm just ready for some sports, man. So what's up, Junior? What you think, man? What you think? How you think everything's gonna play out, man? It's first, like as far as the first games. We know we're gonna have some scrimmage games. Not sure if we're gonna have some lines on those yet, but we know July 30th, man, it's gonna be back cracking for sure. We got the Pelicans versus Jazz. We're gonna have the Clippers versus the Lakers. I'm not sure how you know what I'm saying want to go out there. I ain't just going betting big, man, right out the gate. What you think, Junior? You think some guys been eating too much during this pandemic?
Definitely. There's going to be just human nature's got to dictate that some people are going to be lazier than others. I want to just touch on something that you just mentioned. Anyone watching this show right now, if you're going to bet money on these scrimmages, please behave yourself. Don't throw your money in the garbage like that. Watch the scrimmage. Use these scrimmages to gather information as to what the team is going to do when it's actual competition time, and invest it in games that have meaning. Don't invest your money on, I mean, scrimmages, son. That's what we're betting on now. Please don't do that if you watch the show. Thank you.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you the truth though, Junior. If they do have some lines on some scrimmages, man, I got some stuff. I mean, hey, I'm gonna have to
But
put
that's
fifty
you.
dollars or
That's
something
you,
down
though.
on something,
You do
man.
this for a
I ain't
living.
going,
You know what I'm
I ain't
saying?
going
That's
big,
you.
but I'm gonna have to put $50 down on the game or something, man. Just trying to ease my way back in. If they put the line on the scrimmages, Junior, I'm sorry. The parlay spot open back up. Hey, I ain't going big, but I can't. I ain't gonna lie. I'm heading right up there. As soon as I see they go, oh, okay, I'll be on the way, man. What's up, Jordan? What you think, brother?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to echo that. Like, just be cautious. I think early on, because I think you're going to use all these scrimmage games and probably even the first two or three of these seeding games to kind of determine, what kind of shape these guys are in and who's in good shape, who's in bad shape, what teams kind of still has the chemistry left over from 4 months ago, which ones don't. And then I mean, there's the big factor here. There's a lot of guys. I mean, we're what, a week and a half away from the start, and there's teams that don't have several of their rotation players that are in the bubble right now. You're looking at the Nuggets have half their damn roster missing. We can talk about this more in a minute, obviously, but I'm like, there's so much up in the air still. I think that you have to remain cautious if you're just going to have any inclination of making money in these early games right now. So that doesn't mean you don't bet on these scrimmages, you don't bet on the early games, but you got to find the edge and find which of these players are playing, which one is not. You got to keep very good track of this. It's going to be the key to making money or losing money is going to be who's playing, who's out, who's got COVID-19, who doesn't have it. It's going to be that kind of atmosphere for the first few weeks, I think.
Exactly. And how I look at the scrimmages, so we don't have a guarantee that there's going to be lines yet. I think maybe today we'll know, probably late tonight, we'll know for a fact if it's going to be some lines on some games. But my whole thing, and they do start on Wednesday, so probably tomorrow for a fact, the day before, or maybe even Wednesday morning. But my whole thing is, if you have lines on a preseason game, they pretty much are like preseason games. So, hey, they playing the game, but they are in a different atmosphere. We don't know if the ceilings look different. Obviously, there's not going to be any fans. Watching baseball last night, it's a little different because they're playing in the same arenas with no fans. This one, we don't know if they're going to be playing in the arena or if they're going to be playing in the little conference rooms. You know what I'm saying? I worked at a convention center, man. Them boys, they playing it pretty much like a big old convention center. They got air walls blocked off and stuff. So the ceilings look pretty low. I'm like, you can shoot a half-court shot, Jordan. I'm like, you can shoot a half-court shot. Hey, what happens if the ball hit the ceiling, man? Who gets the ball? It's a tip off or what? But I want to say what's up to my guys in the chat, man. I hadn't seen you guys in a while. Brad Hess say, hey, James Bad missed the show so much. Craig Brown say, J Money is money. What's up, Vincent Siggers? Lil D, we got Bud Nino. Vincent Siggers say, I can't believe NBA season has come back, man. Me too, man. Brad Henson. So what's up, AM44? What's up, brother? Lamont Williams, AJ Alexander. Appreciate all you guys, man. Appreciate all you guys. Keep tuning in, man. We're going to grow the followers up. We got 50 watching right now. First show back in a while. I'm trying to get back into you know what I'm saying? This is like preseason shows for us as well, man. And you know what I'm saying? We did it in a while. But what's up, Junior? You want to talk about some of these guys that's missing? The Nets going to be depleted, Junior. Do they want to just sit it out, Junior? What? We know pretty much Karis LeVert going to be the best player on their team. They're not going to have Kyrie. I was thinking maybe Kevin Durant could come back, man. Hey, he's been there for a while. You see him in practice balling on guys, but Kevin Durant said he is not coming back, man. They're not going to have DeAndre Jordan. Not going to have Spencer Dinwiddie. What's up, Junior? What you thinking about the Nets?
Yeah, of all the teams that are coming back, I think they got the least to play for. I will not be investing any money on the Nets. I'm looking to fade the Nets pretty heavy. If Washington wasn't trailing by so many, I think Washington might have a chance to steal that 8 seed. That being said, it's clear that the Nets are planning for next season when they get two of the top, 10 to 15 best players, whatever you think of Kyrie. We know KD, even coming off injury, I'm just going to go ahead and boldly predict that he's going to still be a top 5 player. I think if with KD, not to get off on a tangent here, the worst case scenario for KD, so when he loses some athleticism, the skills are still there. So you got KD, you got Kyrie. I think these games are just going to be to see who are the guys that you're going to pair around them guys. Like, for example, I don't know your guys' opinion. Spencer Dinwiddie doesn't really seem like he's going to fit in with those two. He needs the ball, and he needs it a lot. He's not really too fond of passing, so it's kind of a blessing in disguise that he's out for them. Like I said, they'd have no chance of competing because, again, if you're the 7 and 8 seed in the West, so what? You're going to play Toronto or Milwaukee in the first round. You're done. You're going home. So, it's. I think New Jersey. Brooklyn is already thinking about next season, and they're planning for that with what's remaining in the season, including their head coaching situation. I don't know if you guys have heard these rumors. Mark Jackson been having some talks with Kevin Durant. Kyrie's a fan. It's going to get interested in Brooklyn in the next 6 months.
I would like that.
But I just don't think they have anything for the restart, though.
Yeah, I like that though. I've been saying that Mark Jackson. I don't think that he should have did the way he did it with the Warriors. In my opinion, he got them boys ready, gathered the team right there. Steve Kerr come and swoop them boys up. But it's all good. Damn, my phone dropped for the second time, man. I don't know what's going on. But nah, man, Mark Jackson's a damn good coach. I mean, he's one of the guys that shouldn't be an announcer, man. Hand down, man down, and mama, there goes that man. But nah, that'll be a good fit. Especially, I mean, you can't forget they're gonna have KD coming back, man. It's gonna be a whole nother type of dynamic. But right now, they got a lot of players that's gonna be out, and they're gonna be pretty much like a bet against. I know here at first, I mean, but the odds makers are going to be adjusting. They're going to be over adjusting. So at some point, you might even count. I mean, the next probably be plus 15. You might catch some value with them. Jordan, what do you think on some of these players that's sitting out? Have you heard anything different with? I know Bertans is sitting out for the Wizards. I saw that Bradley Beal was going to sit out as well, or did he have got COVID? I mean, then I'm looking again. I don't see him on this final list. That was, I'm saying, July 13th. So what do you think, Jordan? Have you saw anything different with that? Bradley Beal still sitting out?
Yeah, I'm assuming so. I think the 8 seed kind of race and the potential for a play-in tournament in the Eastern Conference versus the Western Conference. The Western Conference is obviously a much more interesting conversation, but like you said, I mean, I think the Nets are pretty much a lock to just be that 8 seed sacrificial lamb to the Milwaukee Bucks, because the Magic, if they get John Isaac back, which is still a possibility, I think, as of a few weeks ago, they're still kind of mulling whether or not they want him to play. The Magic are absolutely going to leapfrog them and jump up to 7. So really, and like you said, the Wizards, though, I mean, just they seem to be, they're going to run out there a glorified summer league team, basically, with all their young guys. I mean, there still might be, good plays on any given night, because they're going to be undervalued, obviously. But when it comes to catching the Nets for that 8 seed, it would have to be like a Karis LeVert gets COVID and can't play anymore before I really think that the Nets are going to fall out of that 8 seed, even with all the guys they're missing. But I mean, yeah, we could talk more about the West too. I think the West with Zion leaving the bubble and stuff is a little bit more of an interesting conversation. But the East is, as far as those bottom feeder teams, I don't expect much from the Wizards or the Nets. That's for sure.
Right, yeah, I was pretty interested, man, because I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. I'm looking into the Pelicans if their first game, man, then Zion go, but I can't say I don't think that's. I mean, he's a good player, great player, but he's still a rookie, and I don't think that's too much of a tipping point. I think some people are looking a little bit too much into it. I mean, it's a pretty big injury over there with the Jazz. Bogdanovich not going to be playing. So I mean, that's a starter. It's a ball handler, a 3-point shooter. He gets to the hole. You watch the Jazz and you think that you see that they're going to be missing Bogdanovich. They're still going to be a good team probably, but I mean, immediately I think as soon as I heard, I say, man, they're going to miss him, man. That's a big part of what the Jazz do. But what you thinking, Junior, about any of these other guys that's sitting there like a Bogdanovich or Avery Bradley's out for the Lakers, man? My guy Willie Cauley-Stein not gonna be for the. I mean, the Mavs. I know Brunson already be out there. Willie Cauley-Stein out as well. Junior, man, some of these guys is like they ain't ready to risk it all, man. They don't even worry about the money. They say they don't either they have the COVID or some of these guys didn't got it, and some people are rethinking and restart, but if the Lakers, I think Avery Bradley is a pretty big deal. Then Rondo, he got an injury over there, but that happened there, so you can't really fault that. But man, what you think about guys like Avery Bradley Jr. that's saying like, hey, I'm not ready to risk it all for this restart. I'm cool on that.
I kind of respect that in the sense that Avery Bradley's son has a respiratory illness, right? And if you know that COVID attacks the respiratory system, nothing could be more important than your kid. I'm sorry. So if I'm him, I respect what his decision. Same thing with Willie Cauley-Stein. His wife is having a baby if she hasn't already had it this month. And even first of all, so you're going to be away from your newborn for like 2-3 months.
Exactly.
Then there's a possibility you bring something home. So, you know what I mean? Like if you're telling me I don't want to risk my family's safety, I can't have a problem with that personally. Like that's just me. Maybe some people do. So I respect their decision. As far as how it's going to affect the roster, it's going to be interesting, right? Because now the Lakers are going to kind of have to. They don't have to, but they're probably going to give J.R. Smith some minutes, right? They picked him up. I'm not going to comment on Dion Waiters until I see him play basketball again because he's too busy with that piff getting high to worry about basketball. He hasn't been a productive NBA player in a minute, and his mentality is. You guys seen these stories coming out how when he was on Cleveland he couldn't understand why the coaching staff thought Kyrie was better. You dummy, because he's better. That's why they thought he's better because he is. He's lost. So forget about Dion Waiters. I think J.R. Smith can contribute. I think Alex Caruso. I'm not like one of these people because online, Alex Caruso is like the people's champ online. If you're a Lakers fan, he gets a lot of love. Well, now is his chance to shine without Rondo, right? Because you're gonna have to give him more minutes. So Caruso might make some noise. I don't really know what that means, but just to answer your question, as far as the other rosters, you're naming guys from teams that are not really relevant. The Kings, they're not going to make the playoffs. The guys in Washington, not making the playoffs. So those other guys are not that big of a deal. I think Trevor Ariza has some kind of custody situation, so he's staying out so that he could spend time with his kid. Another team, you know what? I want to ask you guys. Y'all think the Blazers can make some noise? Like, why can't the Blazers make the eight? If people think the Pelicans can catch Memphis, why can't the Blazers? And I know people that actually watched this show before are saying, Junior, don't you always shit on the Blazers talking about they have the worst forwards in the NBA? Yeah, but now they got
Uh,
Nurkic back, right?
Yeah.
So
mhm.
now it's a whole different ball game now. You got him back. You got a little bit of noise. You got skinny Carmelo making an appearance. They can make some
Got
noise, I think.
Collins.
What do you guys feel about that?
I
I'm gonna
love
let
I love
Jordan
the I love
say.
the Blazers love that we're getting had here because that was kind of one of the teams I wanted to talk about too because you're talking about Nurkic. I mean, he hasn't played basketball in a while, but Zach Collins had looked just stupendous like earlier in the
Zach
year, and they're
Collins.
getting him and Carmelo and Nurkic all in the same front court. Like now, I'm a little interested now. Now defensively, they may not be there, but offensively, that's a lot of firepower right there in that forward center position for them.
I think they get better defensively with Nurkic though, but obviously you're gonna need Dame and CJ. You're gonna need them guards to lock down. I'm not a big fan of their guards that's coming off the bench, but they do get their bigs back. So I mean, we know that, hey, if Dame go out, he can go off at any time. You over there recording, dropping albums and stuff. Hey, he gonna be out there flowing on the court. So, but they gonna be out there listening to music out there. What? No, but I'm getting sidetracked, man. But no, the Blazers they can make some noise, man. That was a damn good point. With Collins and Nurkic coming back. You see skinny Melo out there. You can't forget he came in just with LeBron too. With them boys, they getting old, but that's how you stay in the league, man. You take care of your body and stuff. He been practicing. You see Jamal Crawford back in the league, man. So we seeing some guys get some opportunities. Obviously, some players that the teams get extra roster spot because at any point somebody could catch the COVID, man. You see, I'm lately I've been watching these players like on their Snapchat, on their Instagrams, all. I got to see what's going on, man. What teams who been taking this serious and who over here ordering food and stuff, man, and lobster and all this, man. These guys here chick, but they've been slamming them beers. Jordan Clarkson, well, they've been slamming them beers, man. But yeah, that's enough of that, man. That's enough of that. Yeah, you're gonna have some fade teams. It's gonna be interesting to see the Pelicans and the Blazers. Definitely gonna be interesting. Even without Zion, I still think the Pelicans could possibly make some noise, but we're gonna have to see how the Grizzlies are. I mean, we know they got a young team. I want to talk about this, guys. What do you guys think? Is the young players? Which type of players is going to affect more? This whole COVID or being in the bubble, like Junior said. I mean, these and you have to respect the decision as well, Junior. It's two different ways you can look at it: the fan side and then the real God side. You know what I'm saying? Like saying just I'm a real individual. Hey, I'm looking at it this way. Obviously, the fan, especially being a Mavs fan, we need Willie Cauley out there, man. You can FaceTime the baby every day. Nah, I'm messing with you. I'll be there with my son too, man. But you got to think all these players, they millionaires, man. They got to take, you know what I'm saying, time away from their kids. But one thing I want to talk about with you guys, you think it's going to affect the young guys more? You gonna think it's going to affect the oldies more? What you think, Jordan?
I think it's a two-part question. So the first part is I think like early on in the season, I think it'll take the younger guys a lot less time to get ramped back up, both like in shape wise and maybe even basketball shape wise, just because I mean any guy that's under 25, 26 years old, it's going to take them their body a little bit less time to get back ramped up than the older guys. That being said, though, once you get to like playoff time, I bet the older guys are going to be back in shape by then, and it's going to be more leaning towards them. So I mean, early on, potentially some of these younger teams could surprise some of these other teams that maybe have their seeds locked in pretty well, or aren't really scared about who they play in the first round just because of all this other stuff that's going on. So I mean, I think early on the answer is the young guys. I think fare well. I think as we go on and get a little bit deeper into the seeding games and get close to in playoff time, I think the older guys are going to have an edge.
Right, man. I'm thinking. I'm gonna let Junior go, man, because I probably do too much talking, man. Dude, say what you gotta say, Junior. What you think, man? You think it's the old guys? You think they said, or what you think the young guys, man? They folks are drinking beers, Junior. They want to party or what?
I'm gonna just piggyback on what Jordan said because I agree with it. I think that the older guys have their eyes on the playoffs. They know what's important. They just know that as long as they're in shape, you know what I'm saying, in the next 4 weeks, 6 weeks, or whatever, whenever the playoffs start, that's they're gonna be their focus. Whereas the young guys are just gonna be revving to go. I just kind of want to actually use that as a segue to talk about your hometown Mavs. I think that the layoff for Kristaps Porzingis and Luka Doncic, who had a couple nagging ankle injuries, he had that really bad sprain. Then he missed a little bit more time again with another injury. I think that the chance to get them two closer to 100% is going to really benefit this Mavs team. I think the Mavs are going to surprise a lot of people and make some noise, man. They're going to send as a matter of fact, I think the Mavs might send one of the top three seeds home early in the playoffs, bro.
Hey,
Honestly, I
hey,
really believe that.
That's bold.
Um,
hey, don't
yeah,
play.
man.
Don't
Well,
play
okay, so
like
sorry,
that.
sorry, sorry. If they face the three seed, they'll send the three seed home. They're not sending the Lakers or the Clippers home in the first
Okay. All
round.
right. All right.
Hey,
But you could talk me into them sending Denver home or Houston
Yeah.
home
for
Yeah.
real.
or OKC home.
And
They're sending one of those three teams home in the
Yeah.
first round if they play.
I'm saying we because I'm in Dallas, man. I got the Mavericks short song right now, but that's a whole nother conversation. We hop in Houston. I'm telling you that right now. Well, we don't know if Westbrook will come back, and I mean he got COVID right now. He'll probably recover from it. So Westbrook a warrior. You ain't holding him down. I can tell you that right now. So I'm not banking on that, but still, Rockets ain't nobody. Still with this whole center thing, man, we're gonna put Porzingis at the 5 and we're gonna smack. But that's enough of that. That brings to the next or what I want to talk about next before I say what I had to say about this. Next, we want to talk about, you know what I'm saying, the teams that's you don't have a home court advantage. So these teams that were terrible on the road, you got to take that into account. You pretty much on a neutral site now. So the teams that needed that home court, they were so good at home and terrible on the road, like the 76ers, like the Heat. I mean, maybe the Nuggets. But let me say, like I said, I think the young guys going to be affected, man. I mean, staying 2-3 months. I mean, you ain't got no girls. I mean, you almost say hey, you're not in jail. You're not in jail. I mean, it's like a AAU turn. I mean, you ain't got no girls. Ain't nobody coming there, man. All right, we don't talk about it too much, man. But we mans, man. Come on, bro. 2-3 months, bro. I mean, the oldies they probably went 2-3 months anyway, man. They ain't worried about it. They probably do that, but still staying at the house. And it went 2-3 months. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, I think it's gonna start affecting young guys and start affecting their mind, man. They're around guys too much. You know what? I'm ready to go home. I'm out. You know what? We lost. It's time to go. I can see it, man. But no, in all honesty, and then I want to say, what Brad said. He said, "Do you think?" He said, "Any update on Rudy and Mitchell, man?" He say Mitchell, my phone had dropped again, man. Mitchell say that they're good. That's what he say that, you know what I'm saying, we repairing it, but I still think that I still think it's gonna be a while before man, I think the Jazz gonna be a fade. I don't think everything gonna be there. He's missing Bogdanovich. Clarkson, he was a good addition. He's shotgunning beers. That's the only thing he worried about. Another young guy. We'll see, man. We'll see, but I don't think that everything is gonna be 100%. Like sometimes a Denver's relationship, it'll never be good. Yeah, it might look good, but it'll never be 100%, man. But next, I just wanted to ask you guys. This probably be the last topic. You know, we gotta stretch it out. We probably gonna obviously going to have some shows when the scrimmages start as well. But last thing I want to ask you guys about is about the teams with the home court advantage. I mean, there's no home court advantage anymore. It's all neutral site. Obviously, it has to play into the lines as well. The home team always gets at least 3 to 4 points, depending on the team. At least 3 points just for home court advantage alone. So you're gonna be seeing some. Every line you see, this is just straight this is you know what I'm saying, favored over this team, just straight up and down. There's no home court, there's no crowd, fake crowd, but that doesn't count. So what you think, Jordan? How do you think this is gonna match up with some of these teams that they look good, but I mean we know
Yeah.
without their home crowd, they're totally different. I mean, it is what it is. You can't get around it. The 76ers, it's just not the same team without their home crowd. I don't know what it is, but it's like their home team. Maybe the rims fixed there or something. I don't know what the boys get. Magnetic ball. What you think, Jordan?
Yeah, I'm real excited to see what the neutral site has to do with this. I think the books, number one, are adjusting their algorithms and have been for months now to account for this. So I don't think you're not there may be a little bit off at the beginning. They're going to compensate for that, I think, pretty quickly. So I think early on you may have some edge in some of these early lines that come out. Maybe not for this opening 2 nights, just because those have been kind of hammered around a little bit over the last whatever month they've been out or whatever. But yeah, I mean, I think I'm kind of interested in the fact that can't like other players watch the games? Like, are we going to have situations where you got teams who are trying to bump up in seating, like distracting late free throws, like down on the baseline, and you can hear everything because there's no crowd? Like, I'm really excited for that dynamic, like late in games, live betting some of these, like just like all the taunting you could potentially hear or not hear. Like, I'm very excited to see what the no crowd slash other players being the only people or some of the only people watching the game and actually probably making noise and not being objective about it. That is what I'm excited about. The neutral site thing, though, like you said, 76ers and the Heat in the East, and then like you said, the Jazz and who's the other team? The Nuggets and in the West. Like those are 4 teams that very much play much better at home than they do on the road. I would expect those teams to be probably compensated for in the numbers a little bit, but definitely some that you'd look at to fade potentially in some of these earlier games just because of the crowd and the home court factor being such a big deal to them.
Exactly. What you think, Junior? What you thinking, brother? Which teams you think are going to affect the most?
I'll touch that in a second, but I just want to touch something on what Jordan just said. I think that the NBA is going to have no choice but to put in crowd noise. I've been watching a lot of European soccer. I bet on European soccer, so I've been following that for the last couple of weeks. And you kind of don't even notice that the crowd is not there because they put in like fake crowd noise, and it works. I thought it would be stupid, honestly, at first, but it's a good distraction. And in the NBA, I mean, you guys hoop. I mean, I don't know about you. When I hoop, I talk a lot of shit. You could only imagine Russell Westbrook. You could hear every word that he says. Dog, that's gonna have to be rated R. They're gonna have to. You can't have that on regular TV. There's no way that you could allow NBA audio to be heard by people at home. There's too much cussing. There's too much trash talking. There's just wild things being said in a basketball game. Now to touch on the actual topic of who this is going to affect, I think that we got to look at both ends of the spectrum. It's definitely going to affect the Heat. It's definitely going to affect the Sixers. Those teams are terrible away from home. But I think it's going to affect a couple of these top half teams. You're not going to tell me that Denver is not going to miss their home court advantage. You can't tell me that Toronto's not going to miss it. Toronto relies on their home court advantage. You know what I'm saying? Utah. Some of these teams need their home court, whereas I'm not really worried about the Lakers wherever they play or the Clippers. And even the Bucks. The Bucks have a strong home court, but they just win everywhere. It's only a couple of teams that are consistent on both sides, and I just think that we might have to keep an eye as handicappers at the top half of the standings. And I really think Denver is one of those teams that could suffer without their home court advantage, and Utah as well.
Right. Yeah. I mean, that's pretty much the main teams that we know. But you said something there with the Nuggets, Jazz. What's the other one? Was one more you said other than the Nuggets and the Jazz in the West?
Raptors, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's in the East. That's in the East, but that's still a damn good point. Yeah, Toronto, man. I saw the Blue Jays. They couldn't even play in Toronto even if they wanted to, man. That's crazy. But we know all these teams they playing in Orlando, pretty much in the bubble, in the compound. They're out there fishing together, all this, man. So we'll see, man. We'll see. We know they can't play with mass men. Junior, they better put the mute button on because it's not gonna be pretty. But what they hearing out there, man, I can tell you that right now. This. I'm watching baseball. This ain't baseball, man. You're gonna hear them boys out there. Hey, it's gonna get real. My son, I wouldn't let my son watch it. Put it like that. I just put it on mute, man. We just gonna listen to some music, something, put the game on. But
yeah, hey, they better mute Pat Bev, Montrezl Harrell.
Yeah.
There's a couple guys you gotta mute.
Everybody,
guys,
bro. Everybody. On, any team, it doesn't matter. It's at least one player.
They're gonna have their finger on the dump button. Just if they don't install any sort of muting or anything like that, they're just gonna have to bleep out. Like you're gonna hear the players' audio or whatever, and them talking. It's just gonna be like a blank spot wherever they're cussing. It's just gonna be several blanks. Like gonna be like listening to certain hip hop songs on the radio. It's gonna be similar to that effect.
Man, they're gonna have to have the best announcers out there, man. They're gonna have to have because I'm the baseball just I mean it was terrible, man. But baseball different. I mean baseball more fast paced. But the announcers they gonna have to be on it, man, because we can't have no dead silence. You know what I'm saying? They gonna have to keep it going. But I'm just excited to get back to it. When I tell you guys I hadn't made a single bet since the last NBA games, now to say I hadn't looked into it. I mean, I'm always gonna do my thing, gonna get some chill. But no, I hadn't been betting, man. I can't say it's gonna feel good to, you know what I'm saying, just be refreshed out there and try to get back into it. But I'm not jumping back into it just head first. Gotta go slow, man. Gotta go slow, just like we're doing with these shows. I gotta crawl before you walk, you know. So just like the players, we're gonna get some little scrimmages in. We're gonna do the same thing, man. We're gonna holler at you boys again. Jordan, tell them where they can find you at, and then Junior, tell them where they can find you at, man. We missed all you guys in the chat. We appreciate you guys for watching too. What's up, Jordan?
Yeah. You can see my Twitter handles there on the lower third there. I should be ramping back up with some NBA, maybe even a little WNBA content later on Saturday, I think. So keep your eye out for that. That'll be coming very soon.
What's up, Junior?
You
What you
could,
got going,
yeah, my
bro?
Twitter handle should be right there. Always writing articles for SBR. And before we go, I just want to send a shout out to a member of the SBR family that passed. Rest in peace to Rafa, and condolences to his family. Just wanted to, make sure I said that before we go.
For sure, man. Yeah, definitely miss Rafa too, man. Yeah, I just lost my brother here too, pretty recent too, man. You know what I'm saying? So we go to their funeral tomorrow. Try to get past that and try to get to some money, man. Try to, you know what I'm saying? Try to run it up for my guy, man. Try to run it up for my guy, man. But y'all know what's up, man. We're gonna try to get back to it. Jamming with J Money every day. You know what I'm saying? SBR. Y'all get over there to the website, all that stuff, man. Come back and watch us. Tell a friend, tell a friend. We gotta get the viewers back up, man. People probably forgot about us, but we're gonna make sure that they remember us. We're gonna make sure that, man. We're gonna holler at y'all boys. My honor, my guy. Let's gonna get back to it.